Hello everyone, my name is Akanksha Mangal. I want to explain the topic control unit basics. In this topic, we discuss about first bus organization system. In this, processor, memory, devices are connected with a single bus. In processor, we discuss about control, data path, and registers. And in memory, we discuss about cache memory, and in devices, we talk about input output devices. Fundamental concept of this first is processor CPU, the active part of the computer which does all the work, data manipulation and decision making. Second is data path, portion of the processor which contains hardware necessary to perform all operations required by the computer, the ROM. And the next is control, a portion of the processor also in hardware which tells the data path what needs to be done, the brain. And next is instructions execution cycle in which we fetch, decode and execute our instructions. In fetch, we fetch our next instructions using program counter from memory into instructions register. Secondly, decode, we decode the instructions, and third is execute instructions. And this is the cycle of instruction execution. First we fetch instructions, then decode, then we fetch our operand, execute, then our result store, and next instruction will goes to instruction fetch. Or fetch next instruction into instruction register. Um, we can assume that each word is 4 bytes and each instruction is stored in a word and that the memory is byte addressable. PC program counter contains address of next instruction. Um, Program counter address goes into instruction register and then program counter increases by 4 byte. This is the single bus organization system in which in middle internal processor bus is established and then control signals are generated by instruction decoder and control logic. In this we use different types of register. MAR, MDR are used for address line and data lines. These are memory bus, and we use a MUX for selecting lines and ALU for adding, subtracting or performing various types of ALU operations, and we generate output. Instructions execution. An instruction can be executed by performing one or more of the following operations in some specified sequence. First is transfer a word of data from one register to another or to the ALU arithmetic logic unit. Second is perform an arithmetic or a logical operation and store the result into a register. Third, we fetch the content of a given memory location and load them into a register. The last is the store a word of data from a register into a given memory location. Next is instruction execution. In this, this is the control state diagram. Then first we initialize our machine, then fetch instruction with branch, load or store, and then register to register instructions. Then we increase our program counter and it goes to again fetch instructions. Branching the input of the data of R0 move into number 1 and the data of R1 is moved to the number 2. Then we compare R0 and R1 with each other. Then next we subtract R0 from R1 and then move data of R1 to R2. Then again subtract with R1 to R2. Then move the data of R0 to R2. Thank you.